Hello. My name is Chase.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Cheyenne. Hi.
And this is the ZymCast.
It is episode
47.
47.
Hey.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. We'll see if 46 gets done properly.
It's rendering.
Is it, though?
It's been running for a few days.
It has been a few days.
Separate, not like straight.
Yeah, I'm like, that would definitely not be worth
It's been several tries.
What are you rendering it at?
Yeah.
Rendering it at 3000K.
3000K.
Well, it is recorded in 4K.
Yes.
But it's downscaled. So, hello, Kyle.
Hello, Chase.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm alive. And these days, it's starting to feel like a success.
Yeah. So actually, I meant to go back to I think the first episode of the year and rewatch it. I did not, but I slightly recall you saying something about the 20s and having a plague.
Yes, that is true. In one of our first episodes of the year, you did mention that.
Because I remember me talking about like what the snoring 20s, and hopefully it's just a really boring.
Yeah, you're like, I hope it's really boring
you
decade and that there's
something.
no like a pandemic or something like that.
No, so we definitely made a joke about 2020 being the year of World War III. And Kyle was like, no, I just want the snoring 20s or something like that. And then he mentions a plague.
Yeah.
I didn't do this.
You called it.
I didn't do this.
And you remember our one of our, I think it might have been the third episode, where we talked about coronavirus and then zombie apocalypse.
Yes. That was intentional.
But
But it got worse.
It got worse.
There's also coming soon to home media
To theaters.
Corona Zombie, which is a movie. Look it up.
No fucking way.
It's
trash
already in post production because
my
I guarantee you it's
How-
terrible.
Corona Zombie. I mean,
That's what it was called.
Corona Zombie 2020.
Movie. No, movie, dude. Look up the word movie. What Corona Zombies is coming
Corona
soon
Zombies.
from Full Moon. Whatever, I'm sorry.
I don't know. April, was it 11th? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that. April 10th.
Wow.
Oh, no. April 10th. Yeah.
Already in post production. It's going to be garbage, but somebody's already hopping on that bandwagon.
Oh, no. Oh, the poster looks bad.
Yes.
Pure Hell. It's like a Pure Hell bottle, but it says Pure Hell hand sanitizer.
Yep.
And they're all hoarding toilet paper.
They're all hoarding toilet paper, and the zombies have like masks on their faces. I'm going to watch this movie.
I kind of want to watch this.
This looks terrible.
I guarantee it's awful. So yeah, coronavirus is a thing. I don't know how you wouldn't know that, especially if we didn't have, if we don't have last week's episode go up. Like, there's going to be a huge jump from like the last podcast episode to this one. We're just like, oh Jesus,
We're in a state of emergency.
and like everything's falling apart. So other than that, how are you, Chase?
Pretty good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I went to Disneyland this week, which
The last person ever.
which is actually news this
Yeah.
time.
It is.
I will not object to us talking about Disneyland for once.
Yeah, I went to Disneyland with
We're canceling the podcast.
no.
We're recording this on Skype from here on out.
I went to
Dear.
Disneyland with a group of people, which is the first time I've gone without Cheyenne in years.
Rude. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
She's not kidding. She cares.
Well, I didn't care originally, but then
Now you care.
Now I care because I'm like, dang
'Cause you
it, I
can't go.
didn't get to go.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoilers.
So we went and everything was fine. And then the next day, Disney announced they were closing their parks
Yeah,
for a month.
5 minutes after I made a plan of when I was gonna go.
Yeah. Social distancing. Those places that are a high risk for multiple people being together would include Disneyland.
Yeah,
Definitely
no,
being
like
top of the
one
list.
person goes to Disneyland infected. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that was like what was it? Like a few months ago, someone went with a disease.
Oh, measles.
Yeah, measles.
Yeah.
It was like a big deal, but also like not.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that.
It
But
was measles. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good, but
It's not.
it's not coronavirus.
It's mainly bad for anti-vaxxers.
Notice how nobody's heard from the anti-vaxxers
Right?
a little bit? It's because they're all dead.
oh no,
I'm sorry.
Those
that
poor
was,
kids.
That was mean.
I did get my flu
To all the
vaccine.
children of
Yeah,
anti-vax. I'm sorry. Like, I
exactly.
don't like making stances, but like,
No, you're fine with this stance.
This is
oh
what I'm
man.
I did get my flu vaccine,
Cool, good. I
and
haven't.
I've had no reaction. Everyone was telling me.
Good for you,
Everyone's telling me like, oh,
Chase.
like you're gonna get
Freaking
sick, you're gonna
hate
feel
you.
it. Like, no, I did literally nothing.
No, not everyone feels.
I
I
do.
always do.
I do. That's why I don't like getting the flu vaccine. I'd rather just get the flu.
And die.
I'm not gonna die from the flu.
I mean, you can.
I know I can, but I'm not
Thousands of
going
people a
to.
year.
I mean,
I'm not those people.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
No,
really
again,
only if you have a pre-existing condition,
and I
that
don't.
it's a problem.
Like, I may get sick from time to time, but like,
From time to time.
Shut up.
Hey, your immunity is getting built up.
yeah.
You would think.
No.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I haven't been sick
isn't
in a
it?
little while.
Yeah. See, he had his moment. He was getting sick because his immunity was down. It was like one after
There
the
was like a
other.
period
Now
of time
he's,
where like in
good.
my life where I like never got sick. And then like there was a period of time in my life where I got sick a lot.
Yeah.
You know
So I think
Me
I'm back
too.
in the not getting sick. Hopefully that stays.
Yeah.
yeah.
At least for a time.
It's funny. My
Like 2 years.
my GM, the other maybe like 2 weeks ago, before like everyone was really freaking out about hand sanitizer, just like gave us some hand sanitizer, like some Bath and Body Works little ones. I'm like, I still have that. And then yesterday, he just gave another manager and I some like immunity pill, like not pills, but like things you dissolve in your
boosters?
water. Yeah, like an immunity booster. And we're just like, okay, thank you for keeping us healthy.
I'm so upset about the Bath and Body Works thing with the hand sanitizers because I work with kids, so it was normal for me to always have it because kids are gross, and now it's like they're
My-
all gone.
Yeah.
Kids are still gross. I'm running out.
My hunt for water is becoming more and more difficult as the day goes by. Like as the days go by. Because I need water to drink at my house.
Yeah.
Just get
I'm
a
not like
Brita filter and
Okay.
get tap water.
I feel like I've talked about this before. The tap water at my house is atrocious.
That's why you get the filter.
I don't trust it.
I don't blame you.
No, like it's
don't-
bad. Like
I
it's
don't-
really hard water.
Gross.
Yeah, so like if I don't like I have to use non-tap water to finish washing my dishes
Yeah.
so that they don't just get coated with lime.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
bad.
oh.
That's gross.
I know.
When I was in college, because I was living in the dorms, I just literally bought like a big pitcher with a Brita filter,
Mhm.
and then I would just go to the sink and just drink that water. But I still was kind of like hesitant about it because I don't know how much it actually filters out.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really concerned about that water. So I mean, your water is a little more.
Yeah, it's not great.
More an issue.
Which is why, yeah, I usually go out to buy water. And I had to go, I like my ancestors, I had to go hunting for a water source.
Yeah.
Go to-
Eventually,
Small grocery stores.
that was the key. That's been
Hey.
more reliable.
Mhm.
But I did get lucky. I went to a Ralph's at like
Oh.
11:30 at night a couple days ago, and they were restocking their waters. And I'm like, boop, boop, boop. And they're like, you can't grab that many. I'm like, 2 gallons. They're like 2 gallons each. I'm like, you serious? They're like, yeah. I'm like,
Makes sense.
if I'm drinking as much water as I should, that'll last me 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like, what if you have a family?
Good
Yeah.
question.
Yeah,
I mean, my building has a lot of waters,
that's
so if push comes to shove.
Good for you.
I also I placed an order because we sell hand sanitizer. I placed an order for like 10 boxes of hand sanitizer to have on stock, but that's if our supplier has that much in
They
stock.
don't.
Which they
Yeah.
probably do not.
They do not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not from that supplier.
No, I
We have
get
a,
you.
yeah,
I'm
we
just
have another
saying.
supplier. For
I
that.
don't think they will either. Everyone's running out.
Yeah, because we actually did get a memo from one of our suppliers is running out of hand
It's like,
sanitizer.
no. That being said, we actually ordered some and got some from them.
Ah,
But it's so funny going to a grocery store right now and seeing the things that are gone and the things that aren't gone.
like what's still there?
Medicine.
Shampoo.
medicine.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like,
at my grocery store that I went to, they were out of medicine.
Okay, yeah. Well, when I went a couple days ago, I
Mhm.
was like, all the medicine is still here. You guys are dumb.
Yeah, no, my
My mom stocked up on medicine.
Yeah,
too.
my parents wanted to and get because my dad realized that our first aid kit was like low on some essentials, and he was like, "Oh shoot, I was supposed to fix this like 2 months ago," and so he went looking, and all the medicine was gone except for allergy stuff. And I
Hey,
was-
you know, I mean, it's allergy season, but
yeah, and I was like, well, if only this stuff worked on me,
that's the age-old question, right? Allergies, flu, or corona,
right? So I have bad allergies, and I'm constantly showing signs of like maybe having a cold. I have to constantly reassure people, like, I just have allergies, I swear.
Well, I mean, sneezing isn't a symptom.
It's not. But people are dumb and think it is.
They're like,
And
oh,
that's
you're
not the-
sick. You have to
It's
have.
not the
coronavirus.
Yeah.
also it's like not the only thing that
Yeah.
allergies can do to you.
Yeah.
Allergies can just make you look like crap.
Exactly. Allergies can make you look like you have the flu. And I'm like, I swear I have bad allergies, guys. It's fine.
Yeah, there's somebody at my work, one of my bartenders, who just has really bad allergies, but like she looks like she's dying. And so we're like,
It's like, we know you have allergies, but
like,
also this doesn't look good
it
right
looks
now.
real bad.
Yeah, I was sneezing yesterday a lot, like randomly, and then people kept like my employees were just like, "What are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine."
It's not a symptom though.
I know, I'm like, I am fine.
It's sad.
I'm not even sick right now. I think it's just the dust in the air.
Yeah, it's like dust can seriously affect you.
But
And
my,
with-
the other manager I was closing with was like, "Go home." I'm like, "No."
see, it's sad though, because with the coronavirus, some people will never show symptoms but have it.
Mm-hmm. And then
it's
just
like-
pass it along to everybody else.
Yeah, and it's like,
That's apparently been a humongous problem,
yeah.
especially because it doesn't help that it takes on average about 2 days for you to start showing symptoms anyway.
Mhm.
But you're
And then-
infectious after one.
Yeah,
So there's a solid day where everyone's a carrier, basically.
yeah.
Like one of us can infect the other two right now. Who
Yep.
knows? Exactly. Welcome to
The dog.
Yes. It was Bella all along, you bitch.
Oh, you know what? I saw
Ah.
somewhere on the news that someone was trying to convince people that dogs will carry this string of coronavirus. And I was like, well,
Oh, that's what
dogs
they do.
do have their own string of coronavirus, but it's not this one.
Yeah.
Calm down, guys.
People are just fear mongering. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
It's election year.
It's all a ploy to distract us from what's really important.
Politics.
Politics. What are we gonna do about like voting? Is everybody gonna have to just do like
Right.
vote at home ballots and stuff like that?
Is that safe?
I don't know.
Vote
From-
from home. Yeah. Fine.
No.
I mean, it's
from-
safer than going to.
Yeah, okay. Health wise, it is.
Yeah.
But are they going to say, oh, hey, something got hacked. We have to do this again? Or there's going to be.
Well, I mean,
like,
there's vote from home ballots already. Like,
Yeah.
that's
no,
that's a wide thing.
okay. So, like, there's the mail ones, and then there's. Would they try to do it
I
online?
doubt it.
But also, the mail ones are. There's always some sort of thing where they're saying, hey, this was counted wrong. Some of these are fake. There's just a whole bunch.
God only knows.
Yeah. It's a lot of problems. We
There's
have
just-
a couple months
Yep.
to figure that out. I
Yeah.
hope
For
someone's.
For the government to fall apart and shut down.
Oh, hey, shutdown's
Anarchy.
coming.
Hey now.
It's coming.
I-
Hey
Okay.
now. Hey now.
Hey, no.
Our president doesn't have coronavirus right now.
Because he hasn't been tested.
He got tested?
He got tested.
Okay.
Yeah. Like we know for a fact he doesn't have it. Like he
Yeah.
came back negative.
Yeah.
Like I'm not just saying that out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, that was the thing.
Okay.
One of my crew members was running around though yesterday and was just like, "Oh my god, our president has corona." I'm like, "What?" And I
Yes.
looked it up and I'm like, "It's the exact opposite." He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I guess I read it wrong." I'm like, "That's a big thing to mess up on."
Yeah. Keep in
Trump's
mind.
dying.
Keep in mind when you're listening to this, news comes and goes in waves.
That's
So
true.
like there may be new things that have come
Every
to light
hour
that we don't
there's
know.
something.
Yeah,
like,
you're probably
even
getting
right-
this
even-
like a week after.
Even at the time of recording, like I think it was yesterday or 2 days. Actually, I don't know when this was, but like 2 days ago or so, I read a story that he specifically had not been tested. So that's where.
Well, he
that's-
hadn't been tested,
Yeah.
then he was
Mhm.
tested,
Yeah.
and now he's.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just So all of this news is going to be a week old.
Yeah.
By the time people see it.
I mean, with news just in general right now, everything is updated every hour.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Tom Hanks.
crazy.
Apparently they're doing just fine.
Yeah.
Good.
They're in bigger danger of the fires.
Yeah, most people who get coronavirus, unless you have pre-existing conditions, it's really
Well, I mean, they're in Australia, right? So like
Yeah.
anything can kill them there.
It's true. It's probably the least deadly thing in
Yeah.
Australia is the coronavirus. Like a freaking scorpion looks at you wrong,
Yeah.
and you drop dead from its poison eye.
Oh
Like,
God,
I mean-
I am terrified of Australia, to be honest.
Australia's
I
awesome.
want to go to Australia, but I will not probably venture out of Sydney.
But I mean, there's really cool places in Australia that are also safe. Go to Surfers Paradise. That's a really cool town.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
I've been to Surfers Paradise. It was really nice there. Like I spent like a whole day just like wandering around that place.
That sounds fun.
It was.
I want to travel.
Now's not the time.
I know.
I know.
I'm
My uncle.
sad.
The time my uncle went to Australia, he saw a spider that was like this big.
Ew.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah,
That's
I know.
all?
That's what I'm terrified of. I'm terrified of spiders that are this big.
Yeah. and
Oh,
then you
you're
get one that's
terrified
this.
of spiders smaller than that, Chase. Don't give me your crap.
Okay, no, baby spiders terrify me because there's probably thousands more.
Yeah,
somewhere.
crawling under your skin.
Ah!
Thank you, Kyle.
It was so easy.
It is.
It's just like
No, if you just pretend, like
That's
mimic the
fucking
feeling,
gross.
he
That's
can't.
so gross. They're abominations.
Yes, yet they live everywhere.
Yep.
They're good for us.
They are. They're extremely helpful for the planet,
I know they're
but I
ants.
hate them. I would not exterminate them, but I would create a barrier that they can't. They die instantly when they get within 20 feet of me.
That's your superpower.
Actually, just 5 feet. 5 feet. That way, I probably won't kill all the spiders, but then
Yeah.
I won't be bothered by them. So, Shannon, how's your week been?
My week's been interesting.
I bet.
I work in education.
What?
What?
And every time I went to work, so I went to school every day this week. But every day was hour by hour, is the school gonna get closed? Is the school gonna get closed? On Friday, I was at a school where they were like, no, we're definitely not closing unless it's state mandated because, low income students need to be able to go to school because meals and basically childcare. But all of a sudden, last hour of the day, they're like, we have to cancel. 10% of our population is not showing up to school.
Yeah.
Majorly affected. I was in a classroom with only 3 kids.
Like, as bad as it is, like, the last time I can think of something that bad was, like, 9/11. I remember going to school on 9/11.
I was sent home from school. I remember being
I
sent
was
home.
not in school yet.
Yeah, we know.
Like, that's one of my earliest memories of school. It's because I think that was my first year in school.
I was in 5th grade.
Yeah, I was in kindergarten.
I was 3.
But I very clearly remember because I was what's called a late bird. So I was supposed to start late. I was there for 20 minutes and then they called my grandmother and was like, you need to pick your kid up. We're closing for the day.
Yeah, no, my school did
I
not
was like,
close,
oh.
but I think I was one of 7 kids in my
Who
class
showed
that
up?
showed up. I lived right down the street from the school, so my mom
Mhm.
was less worried. Like, literally right down the street. It was a
Yeah.
3-minute walk to my elementary school. So my mom's like, it ends in a cul-de-sac. There's nowhere for you to go. I'll find you if something's wrong.
It'll be fine.
She's like, I could probably get to you faster from school than from your room. At least someone's keeping an eye on you there.
That's good.
But yeah, like that's the last time I can think of like a classroom being that empty.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're living in a crazy world.
Yeah.
But on good news, I finally found something to scratch my strategy RPG itch that you may or may not know about if last episode goes up or
Oh.
not.
Yeah.
What is it?
What is it,
All right,
Kyle?
so
And explain to us what it is.
Because we don't know.
I know you don't. In exquisite detail. So I have been playing through Langrisser 1 and 2, which is a strategy RPG that was, it's a compilation of 2 old strategy RPGs that have been remade. It was released on PS4, on Switch, and I think on Windows this last week. And these games are old. They were originally released on the Genesis.
Oh, I have a Genesis.
The first game was the only game until the mobile game that came out last year, I think, that was released in the West. It was released under the name Warsong.
That sounds dope.
But so basically these games are just like the strategy RPGs, kind of like Fire Emblem in a lot of ways. which is kind of what I was like. I was playing through all my old Fire Emblem games last week, trying to find something to scratch that itch. It wasn't working. This is exactly what I was looking for. But basically, you like control like up to 8 characters. And like you have like class trees and stuff where you like as you go to different like you basically gain every time you level up, or if you're like the MVP of a battle, that character gains CP, which are class points, and you have just a class tree of different classes. Each class unlocks like it's like a different movement type, a different like type. So it's like cavalry, infantry, marines, like that sort of stuff, which all have like a rock paper scissors effect with like a bunch of other different classes. But also you learn different spells, different passive abilities, and different mercenaries you can hire. And the mercenaries are the big thing about the game. So every one of your 8 characters, you know, like they level up, they have equipment, all that stuff. But also they have mercenaries that they can hire. And that's what creates some really big fucking battles in this game. So every single one of your 8 character, like up to 8 characters you can bring into battle can also recruit up to 6 mercenaries that are just like slightly weaker units that also you control.
That's
and
a
so
lot of control.
it is. These turns are not short.
Oh no.
But yeah, so like you're basically fielding like upwards towards like 60 dudes at a time in like huge epic like strategy RPG fights. And what's really cool about it is like the mercenaries themselves aren't extremely strong. They tend to just kind of be like sponges for like enemies like taking hits. You use them to like weaken enemies before like your main dudes can like get the kills. But you also have a thing that's called like your command order, where it's like if like you want to keep your mercenaries close to the person who's in charge of them, they can be completely autonomous, but you want to keep them close because there's like a small like series of squares around that character where they get a stat boost if they're in there. And there are builds that you can do just entirely focusing on making your mercenaries incredibly strong. So like right now, my main guy, Ledden, he is just... He more than doubles the attack strength of all of his mercenaries if they're within his range, which is now 6 squares wide and long. So it's just this huge
Holy
area.
crap.
I'm just like, and I give him a shitload of movement. So it's just like, if this guy gets anywhere, his mercenaries can fuck shit up. And so it's like, it's really fun. There's a lot of interesting builds, but what's also really cool about the game is that it has like, so the original version of the game was just like a linear 20 mission long, like strategy thing. And you're just like play through level by level by level and you beat it. Apparently with the remake of the second game in the series, they started doing this thing where it's like a little bit less linear, where if you like make certain choices or if you do certain like things in battle, like, oh, I saved this person. Oh, I like didn't kill this enemy in this battle. It'll like launch you off on different paths. And there's a branching story path. And I guess with this remake, they added in a bunch of branching paths for the first game too. Cause yeah, like you would guess by the title, this is the first and second game in the series that are remade. I'm still just finishing up the first one. But like I have done all but for the main 2 paths, I accidentally branched off onto like a side path. So I've never gotten like the canon ending of the game. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I've done some heinous things. like the main path is like the canonical good guy path, like, oh, we're saving the world and like fighting the evil empire, which is controlled by a dark god or whatever. You know, the classic shit.
Yeah.
So in different endings I've done, I lost my damn mind on one of them, and I lost all of my party members except for this one chick who was just as crazy as me, and I killed everyone, and I wiped out all of humanity. Like, the ending I got was literally, like, we exterminated all of humanity and then killed each other so that all of humanity was dead. I'm just like, damn game, this went dark.
How the fuck?
Jeez.
You kind of go off the deep end a little bit. It's what happens when your sword can be a little evil.
Fun.
But yeah, no, it's like a fun game. It's strategy RPG, crazy shit. It's cool. I like it. And it's, you know, the story's nothing to pay attention to, really. It's just like fun battles. And me just constantly getting stronger because you can jump back to different choices and keep all of your items and levels and shit like that. So I just keep getting stronger and stronger and steamrolling through the game faster and faster. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
So yeah, Langrisser 1 and 2. If you like strategy RPGs, this is a pretty solid choice. That's what I'm playing. You played anything, Chase?
I am playing something actually. Apex Legends.
Oh my god!
That was a recommendation from a friend because I haven't been playing anything. And I started playing Apex, and I'm like, I enjoy this. That's about it.
What a great story.
Am I good? No.
That's to
But
be
I'm
expected.
getting better. I also
Cool.
got back in Elder Scrolls Online.
Yay.
That tends to happen from time to time. You and Elder Scrolls Online is like me and Final Fantasy 14. Like I'll just be like, yeah, I feel like playing this for a bit, and I'll play it for like a couple of days, and then I like just won't sign in for another like couple months.
Yeah.
But I'm still paying for the damn thing.
That's the thing. Elder Scrolls Online, it's not subscription based, so I don't have to keep paying for it.
I am aware.
Nice.
That's why I keep going back to it.
Again, I
Cool.
own this game and I've never played it.
That's so funny.
It was on sale. I don't have any of the expansions, I don't think, but it was on sale for like $6. I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah. One day, you might think about trying it and then not click it.
Just talking about video games too. So, you know, Chase and I work at movie theaters. We're kind of in this weird limbo where like we don't know if our movie theaters will be open in a week's time. Just by like government mandate or our company deciding that it's not profitable to stay open right now.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a company decision.
I don't think so either. But like tying it into video games, me and one of my other managers were talking about, it'll be really rough not having a job to do and it'll feel really weird. So what we're all going to do is all of management and all of crew are going to be invited to a Minecraft server where we'll rebuild our theater.
That sounds cool.
And we'll just be like, and we'll rebuild every room in the theater and all this stuff.
Oh,
and then
gosh.
just have like fun moments where it's be like put over the server. It's like, hey, Johnny, can you come over to the office, please? And have him come in. It's just like, we have a disciplinary warning for you. And we just throw a book on the table. It's like
Did
disciplinary.
you just sign this?
Yeah.
You just sign stating that I talked to you about this and you understand.
Yeah. It's like, and then we start, and once it's all built and up and ready, we start inviting like guests to come by, and there's like, we'll like sit in rooms. It's like, hey, I have a concern. There's like a creep in my theater, and it's like a creeper. It's like, oh god, we try to
That
fight it
sounds
off.
great.
It explodes. Guests demand their gold back. We're just like throwing gold out.
You have to call your facility manager. Hey, can you rebuild this?
Exactly.
That sounds great.
I know, right?
Someone needs to actually do that.
Minecraft economy.
So there you go. That was the stupid thing we talked about. It ties into video games.
So dumb. Oh.
It'd be pretty great though.
Oh man.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the facilities guys in creative mode. He's just like, God damn it!
You keep rebuilding everything that gets fucking destroyed. That's funny. Well, Cheyenne,
Yeah.
what have you been doing this week?
I watched I Am Not Okay With This.
That's a Netflix show.
It is.
It is a Netflix show.
One of the ones that were not delayed because it came
well,
out
it came out the end of February.
Yep.
I think
That'll help.
February 26th or something like that.
ahead of the curve.
Yeah. It's
I
kind
didn't
of
know it, but
It's kind of sad though because of all the delay. It's not been usually Netflix is quick to say, "Oh, another season is coming." This one they haven't said anything because of all the delay.
yeah.
And I kind of hope that all this delay is not going to just make this show disappear because it's actually a really good show.
Like so you're saying though, like if it got canceled, you would not be okay with this?
God damn it, Kyle.
What? It's just a question.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It's one of those shows where if another season were to come out, I'd want to watch it. But if it doesn't, I'm not that sad because the way this show ends, it kind of has an ending. It's possible to make another season, and it looks like they tried to leave it open to make another season, but it doesn't necessarily need another season.
They told their story that they
Yeah,
kind of wanted to tell, but left it open enough that if they were able to tell more stories, they'd be totally down with it. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like one of those endings, and it's kind of. I don't think it's a spoiler because it's literally the first like 20 seconds of the first episode, and it shows up in the trailer too. It's very Carrie-esque. Yeah. And the first like 4-ish episodes starts off with scenes from a night that you know is coming, and it's very clear that it's going to be the homecoming dance where something bad's about to happen.
That's very Carrie.
Because the main character
very
is
Carrie.
running down the street covered in blood.
That's very
And
Carrie.
then-
Is it pig's blood?
I mean, that would be a spoiler if I say what it is.
That's a
right?
yes.
It's Carrie.
They remade Carrie, and I'm
Love-
not okay with this.
No, as the first thing I thought was like, oh God, did they just make Carrie into a TV series? And really, this is based off a comic book, I believe.
That was based off of Carrie.
It might have been this. It might have been like the writer decided, hey, what would happen if Carrie was just a little different? Because this is very,
I'm sure.
it's very Carrie. This was, it's so,
It's almost scary how very Carrie this show might be.
so this is clearly a young adult series rated M.
And for mature.
Yeah, it's rated mature because of the language.
Okay.
The show's a little confusing because it takes after this newer style that people are adapting where it seems like it's set in the 70s or 80s, but they have technology. Like their time period is a little
Gotcha.
weird
It's
because
anachronistic.
yeah, it's like they definitely look like they're in the 80s. Everything, their style, their furniture, their cars. It's like they have all old boxy cars and furniture that you would expect your grandparents or your old aunts and uncles to just be hanging around their house from the 80s, yet they have cell phones. But no kids. So they mention cell phones, but you don't see kids just like texting all day. And it's really weird because I don't understand their time period.
It's just,
But
yeah,
it's a
anachronistic.
style. Yeah, it's a style choice. And I think I would have preferred it if they had just not mentioned cell phones because they once in a while will say, oh, like there's a line where the counselor tells the girl, write in your diary. And she's like, can I just use my phone? But I mean, they really didn't need it, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's set in present day, but not.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's well acted. The lead character, the
Beverly
lead
Marsh?
actress, Beverly Marsh, Sophia Lillis, I believe.
Yeah.
She definitely carries the show. As to be expected, she's the main character. Everything is from her perspective for the most part, except for one episode that you watch what is set up to be what you would think is the love interest. And it kind of just shows his side.
I feel like
For
that's
real
a
quick.
spoiler.
It's not. It's in the trailer. If you watch
yeah.
all the trailers, you kind of, you know.
Okay, but at the same time, like, I didn't
Okay.
watch all the trailers.
Oh, okay. Well, it's available to you if you just watch trailers.
I get that.
Um,
But now the show's available, so why would you watch all the trailers?
oh, I watched all the
I
trailers
say
before.
trailers don't count for spoilers. Like if it's included in the trailers,
Yeah,
it's not a spoiler.
Okay, that's why I loved the not a spoiler of like John Connor being an evil Terminator in Terminator Genesis, and the not a spoiler of Bloodshot where like he's being manipulated by the government agency, and the not a spoiler. I fucking hate trailers.
Yeah, some trailers are really dumb.
I remember how mad the director of Terminator
Mad TV?
Genesis was.
Oh,
What?
uh,
That
No.
because you got to bear in mind, like most trailers are made by companies that were just
Mhm.
hired out to be like, let's go get some most butts and seats. There's so many directors that will be upset at things that show up in trailers that like, why the fuck would you show that? Namely, the Terminator Genesis director, not a good movie, mind you, like at all. But like, like in the trailer revealing like John Connor's the evil Terminator this time. He's been turned into an evil Terminator. He's like, that was my movie's plot twist. What the fuck?
I will say this show does hide its twists pretty well.
Well, now I know there's a twist.
Twist. Oh wow. Okay. Kyle, jeez.
I'm just trying to be difficult.
No,
Well, now I know there's a show.
No, it's like you.
Well, now I know Netflix exists. God.
You totally see these things coming because it's young adult and it's set up like young adult, but the way they happen, it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. And it's really well written. It captures the awkwardness of being in high school so perfectly, and the actress does it so well.
I wasn't awkward in high school. What are you talking about?
Okay, sure, Chase. There's literally a character just like you.
Hey, we might have plenty of time to catch up on shows recently. So
Yeah.
If we don't have a job.
It's a really quick watch. I watched this in like 2.5 hours.
how many episodes is it?
It's only 7 episodes.
Oh, wow.
It's 7 episodes, and each episode is under 30 minutes. So it's a quick watch. It's
Fair enough.
Hey, it's enjoyable. It definitely can close itself in this one season. I think they're hoping to make another season because it can.
Jobs.
Yeah,
Because Jobs.
and it
Because
can.
Steve Jobs.
The
What a twist! It's all about Steve Jobs' backstory.
the 2 main actors are really good together. They came off of It.
Yep.
One of them,
Oh,
his
yeah.
name is still Stan.
I remember that. I remember that from the one trailer I saw.
Damn.
Yeah,
Hey,
his name is still
I'm
Stan.
like, his name is still Stan.
His name is still Stan.
Hey, Bev.
It's like, God damn it, it is.
No, she's definitely not Bev though.
Gotcha.
But it's a good show. If you like 80s theme, yeah, it's there for you.
It's the only reason I did the '80s thing was
Because
because
of it. And Stranger Things.
yeah,
Yeah.
Both
Well,
of
it's
those.
the
Both of those?
producers of Stranger Things who made the show.
yeah.
So they definitely wanted it to stick around. Also, there's a point where Stan wears an Enya shirt, and it's so weird.
I mean, hey, it's because everybody's trying to capitalize on the classic kids on bikes thing.
Except for there's no bikes.
I'm sure there's
Stand
not, but
by
it's the
me.
same general feel and
Yeah.
not like literally kids on bikes, but kids on bikes.
Yeah.
Ooh, there
There
was
should be a band. Is that a band? Kids on
I
Bikes.
guarantee there's a band called Kids on Bikes.
Bet. Let's look it up.
okay. There's a moment. The show.
Oh wait, I'm gonna get tracked by. I'm on a list now.
For look up Kids on Bikes.
Right, band. Put kids on bikes. Band.
Yes, because I know
Kids
there's
on
an
Bikes.
RPG.
RPG core rulebook.
Yes.
What?
Gosh.
Yeah, it's literally an RPG all about like that setting of like being kids on bikes.
That's cool.
It doesn't look like there's a Kids on Bikes band. We found our band name. Now we just need to
Oh
be
dear.
able to be a band.
Oh dear.
But we know that area Rotary clubs band together to gift kids with bikes.
Kids on Bikes?
Oh, that's a good name. I'm gonna start a band called Kids on Bikes.
Okay, cool. Good luck.
Just have to let me
Do
play an
it
instrument.
real quick before somebody else takes the name Kids on Bikes.
You can't take it. It's mine.
We are Kids on Bikes, and we're here to not play music. We can't do that, but we just wanted to hold on to the name.
We're parking
He's
his
our
name.
now.
We're parking this name
We're
in our
parking
bike parking spot.
But is that all you had to say on the matter?
I guess. I don't remember anymore. We've deviated so much.
Pivot.
Yeah. But yeah, this show. If you're thinking about watching a show, you have nothing better to do, watch the show. It's pretty good.
I also watched all of Castlevania Season 3 now. It's quite good still. It's still a good show. That's all I got. Like, this is more... If you like Season 1 and 2, this is more of that. Keep it up.
I like season 1. Season 2 is pretty good.
What?
Yeah.
Season 2 has been my favorite season.
Ah,
Still.
Okay.
Like, I enjoyed Season 3, like, a lot.
What about
But-
season 4?
It's not here yet.
Oh,
It will get made, though. That's all that matters.
is it very gory and bloody?
Yes.
Yes.
There's, like, bloody tears all over the place.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
One guy is like, bloody tears. I'm like, I got you.
Yeah. So speaking of the Netflix shows that were postponed,
Wow, your segues are just
Oh.
always the best.
before you do that,
And then it got denied.
well, because I meant to say something and then I got interrupted.
that's why I asked you to continue.
No, it was after.
Oh, okay.
I had
sorry.
something.
Go ahead.
Cool.
But this was the first time I've ever seen anyone advocate for VHS movies.
Who-
That's all.
What?
Stan.
Oh,
He's an 80s. He wishes to be an 80s kid, is basically what it is.
and so he's advocating for VHS.
Yeah, he was there. There's a moment where
VHSs suck.
okay, hold,
They really do.
that's the whole point, because everybody's trying to go back to vinyl, and he has vinyl, and then at one point the girl's like, "Why do you have all these VHSs?" And he's like, "That's the best way to watch." And she's like, "No,
That's
it's
just
not."
false.
No, she's like, "That's not true at all." And he's like, "I can't deal with Laserdisc. The noise that you see in VHS adds to the experience."
No, it doesn't, Stan. I no longer stand Stan.
Yeah, he's quite endearing in this
Truly
show.
yours, this is Stan.
Until that moment. And also my
You were
illusion.
just really kind of getting dangerously close to just telling me what happens in the show.
Not really. This has nothing to do with what happens in the show. It's
I
like
never
a
would have
cute
had
little-
any doubts about Stan until this conversation.
No, but it breaks their weird illusion of the time period, because all of a sudden he's like laser disc, but also who calls it a laser disc? I'm confused. It's still a good show, but I've never seen anyone advocate for VHS, so that was interesting.
Well, I would surely not.
Okay, so again, the reason he brought up Laserdisc is because Laserdisc is a thing.
Yeah.
No, I know. No one uses it. Never
terminology.
mind. Yeah.
Okay, I think it was probably brought up because like as like the first version of
Mhm.
like, you know, a compact disc, like it would be the closest to analog versus like VHS in terms of like older technology for watching films. Would probably be why it was brought up like that. Yeah, I'm just saying. You still working on this Origin thing, Chase? Chase can't get into his Origin account. That's all that really matters.
No,
Yeah.
I really can't.
Chase can't get into his Origin account. Now Cheyenne can't play Sims.
And really, is there any greater tragedy than that?
Yeah,
No.
I don't think so.
That's the greatest tragedy that's befallen us this year.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Nothing is worse. Dude, remember? Okay, so like here's where we're at. Like in 2017, people walked into that year going like, well, it can't be worse than 2016. It was.
Was it? I don't remember those.
In
being bad
2018,
years.
people were like,
That was a pretty good year for me. I don't know.
I get that, but overall, people weren't happy about 2017. 2018, people were like, well, like it couldn't be worse than 2017. It was.
Was it?
2019, people were like, look, this is going to be the good year. Everything's going to be fine. People weren't very happy last year.
Last year was a good year.
Okay,
Yeah,
you guys are okay. You're having very.
We're living in a bubble, Chase.
You
I don't
very
know what's
much
happening.
are. People are like, okay, 2019 didn't go great. How bad could 2020 be? 2020's like, fuck you all.
No, I see the 2020, but the other years, I'm just like, what really happened in those years?
It's a lot to get into.
Well,
It's mostly like political stuff
Oh,
and like
okay, I
Discord
mean-
and you know all that fun shit. But
okay.
people are like, I would come back to any of those years now, please.
Yeah, it just
Literally any of them.
things always could have been worse. I don't.
We're learning. Obviously that. I mean, things
I
still
don't
could
know.
be worse.
I remember living in those years and not thinking that it was that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I've been
My
shut
memory is
down
really bad,
real
though.
hard here.
Yeah. Oh.
Somebody listening at home will understand where I'm getting at here. Let's just talk about the topic.
Well,
Yes, Chase.
It's on you, bud.
so yeah, like we were talking about delays.
Delays?
A lot of things were dilly-dallied.
Philly Valley
Pushed back, scrapped, not really scrapped. Nothing was really scrapped. I
taken
don't
off the
think.
schedule.
It's just taken off the schedule. In that's like shows in production now, and movies in production,
Mm-hmm.
and then finished products that have delayed their release dates because there would be no one wanting to go watch them.
Yep.
The first of which was No Time to Die.
Yeah, that started all of
began
this.
The chain. It got delayed to November from when was
April?
it originally? April? Yeah,
Mhm.
from April. And then we got the next 3 weeks of movies.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yep.
Literally all of them. It started with A Quiet Place was supposed to premiere this next Friday.
So it would have already been out by the time you watch this video.
Yeah. It would have already been out. That was delayed indefinitely. There's no date
Mm-hmm.
now. Then next week was going to be Mulan, which has also been indefinitely delayed.
That's fine. I don't think I would have had enough crew members to handle it.
Then the next week was going to be Lovebirds and New Mutants.
Okay. This movie is cursed. Like, of everything else, New Mutants is cursed. Do you
Yeah.
remember the original release date for New Mutants?
It was like 2018, right?
Yeah, I was,
April 2018. It's been almost 2 years since that movie was
I was
supposed
still
to come
working at a theater.
Yeah, I remember I put up the marketing for that movie when it was first supposed to
I
come out.
remember pausing in a house while like doing checks to watch that trailer.
out. The movie still
Yeah.
no longer has a release date. Just put it out on
Yeah,
Hulu, for
poor
God's
thing.
sakes, and let's just move on with our lives.
I don't think they can legally.
I think
They're contractually obligated to have a theatrical release
with those actors.
Mhm.
Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just not ever. Whenever you see a release date, something's about to happen.
Like, yeah, this movie's cursed. Like, I think the coronavirus, as soon as it goes away the next day, they're just gonna be like, it's out. Just watch the fucking movie, please.
Like, please.
The end of this year is gonna be so fucking jam-packed with movies, though.
Oh my god.
If it doesn't get further delayed.
Yeah, like okay, so whenever they come back, whenever like everything is good, these movies will be pushed back, and then they're gonna be conflicting with each other.
And they're gonna cannibalize each other.
Yeah, that's why like, Fast and Furious, that was another big one. That got delayed 11 months. They probably had the right idea.
Yeah,
because they wanted a spring release. They got a spring release. Just a different year.
It's a whole different year.
Yeah. And that was going to be the main blockbuster going into the summer.
Yeah.
And
so that and Wonder Woman, which has not been delayed yet.
And that was June?
I don't remember.
I think it was June. It might still be. Oh yeah, because it hasn't been delayed.
It hasn't been delayed yet. WB says they're not delaying movies.
June 5th. Yeah.
We'll see.
And that's mainly because no one is coming.
Yeah. So
no one wants to go outside.
We had the worst box office weekend since the year 2000 this last weekend.
Yeah.
And I expect it's only going to get worse.
It was very sad.
It was incredibly depressing.
Yeah. And
I'm running a skeleton crew basically. The only reason I have like a decent amount of ushers is so that they can run around and sanitize stuff.
Yeah. Same. And the thing about like, I know it was announced that a few movie chains are lowering their capacity 50%. That's to be in accordance with social distancing, which the CDC recommends. Not having too many people in the same confined
location.
space.
It's supposed to be no more than 250 in any one location.
Yeah. So if any theaters have more than 250 or more than double that, more than 500 seats, then they're still going to be limited to 250 seats max, and then every other theater or every other auditorium besides that will get halved.
Yeah.
And I know certain theaters that only have capacity of 36. So they have a capacity now of 18 people in one auditorium.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But
there's what's actually really interesting though is like the weird things that have happened. So like my theater is big and we are doing well.
Yeah.
There's a theater not far from my theater that is very small and does not do normally good numbers, but they're doing decently well for themselves, which is weird. It's like everyone's showing up. They're like, well, can't go to Disneyland.
Yes. Okay.
Might as well.
That's okay. Yeah. So I did. Yeah. That's odd. Because source of entertainment, Disneyland is closed. Go to the movies, I guess. But then a lot of people are paranoid about going to the movies. Like understandably. No other theater in the area is really getting any attendance.
Yeah.
And the thing about these movies getting delayed and them coming out later is when they're slated to come out, or like, okay, so say the coronavirus blows over or like people start to it's more under control.
Yeah.
We're no longer in a state of emergency and everything goes back to like normal, quote unquote.
Yeah.
How long before people actually do start coming to the movies? Because like it might not be just immediately like, okay, everything's good. People are still going to be a little
trepidatious.
Yeah, trepidatious about going out into confined spaces of public, like in the public. So will it be really smart to then have a release date that's like right after that, or do you still want to wait until, because then like all these clashing movies too, everything's going to start coming out, and will it even have good attendance?
Yeah,
don't know.
How long are we going to have the exact same movies in our theaters?
Yeah, because so for the next 3 weeks we have no new releases. No wide releases.
My building has been playing Parasite now for 22 weeks.
Oh
Jesus.
Gosh.
So I don't feel like that's going away anytime
That's
soon.
crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's because we got it when it first came out, and we've not taken it away since because it's consistently been performing.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then it, won, and so it's been performing even better. We're still getting a bump from that. So we're just like, I guess there's no point. But I was like looking our papers. It was like week 22. I'm just like, Jesus. I don't think I've ever seen a movie in theaters this long.
I can't think of one except for like Infinity War.
I don't know if Infinity War was in
Or-
theaters for 22 weeks.
I mean, not Infinity War. There was, or was it the last Star Wars? Not this one. Or it was like, I know there was a movie where like we had it since like November until like February. Or
Even then, that's
past
not
February.
22
I
weeks.
guess you're right. When did Parasite come out?
22 weeks ago.
Well, how many? Because I don't remember it coming out past.
It's like 5.5 months.
November or December.
It was out before then. We already had it at my new building when I started working there in October.
Oh, okay.
Like that movie has been in my theater almost exactly as long as I have.
Okay.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I know.
it's a long time.
It certainly feels like it.
Yeah. But what also got delayed, Antlers,
Oh yeah, Antlers. I wanted to see that.
which actually did
too.
look good. I mean,
and
for a
say
horror movie,
considering, yeah, I was gonna say considering you're saying that
Yeah.
means something.
yeah, it looks interesting. But I was super excited for A Quiet Place too. Even though Cheyenne thought I was scared of it.
He was scared of it.
No,
You were scared of it.
it was a good movie.
Yeah, that
Doesn't mean you're not scared
yeah,
of
it
it.
doesn't mean you weren't scared of it.
I know, but I liked it a lot.
Well, yeah,
It doesn't
'cause-
mean you were scared.
Oh, that's what I'm saying though. I don't generally like horror movies.
Yeah, but this was.
It's more of a thriller than
Yeah,
a
it
But
was
apparently, I
kind-
was scared of it.
You
You
were.
can be scared of thrillers.
You can, because there's a lot of like little jump
There's a
scares.
monster.
It has
Little-
monsters.
Little
There's
boys getting murdered with rocket ships.
there's very there's very intense moments that you were definitely like tensed up. You were scared.
And there's nothing like being in an auditorium where every single person in that theater feels like they cannot talk or breathe out
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah, it was
That
silent.
That's like part of the reason why watching that movie in theaters was such a great experience.
and why they're like, well, wait until number 2 comes out
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it needs that experience.
It would have brought people out though.
Yeah.
That's what bums me out. I want to see that movie.
Yeah. But yeah,
Damn.
Chase, just because you liked it and you're looking forward to the sequel doesn't mean you weren't scared while watching it. They wanted you to be scared. That means you were invested in the family and
It's a
in
good
what was
movie.
happening.
It's a good movie.
Okay, now to be fair, that doesn't necessarily
Okay.
mean that's why he was scared. Like I watched
That's
some
true.
terrible movies that have scared me. It's like I don't care about any of these people. Whoa.
Yeah, I saw it. It was in 4K at Best Buy the other day. I didn't buy it, but I did buy Jojo Rabbit and Knives Out in 4K.
Yay!
Yay!
Those are good movies. Watch them.
I just rented Knives Out to show it to my mom a couple days ago. I was like, let's just watch this. I think you'll like it. She liked it. What a shock. Fun movie.
It was a good,
She's like-
good movie.
She's
Oh
like,
my
that was
goodness.
nuts.
So I recently, and by recently I mean last night, watched a movie with a guy who had almost the same Southern accent as Daniel Craig during that movie.
I didn't know that was possible.
What movie did you watch?
Was it Foghorn Leghorn?
No, it's called Mr. Right with
Oh,
Anna Kendrick and Sam Rockwell. There's a
Oh,
British
I know
dude
this movie.
who is also trying to pull off a Southern accent. Sounds almost exactly the same.
Sounds like the SNL skit. This language coach.
Yeah. Man, I don't know how much of that accent was supposed to be a joke and how much of it was supposed to be Daniel Craig doing his best version of that accent. But like, it works because of how silly that movie is. But like, it's ridiculous. It's a
Yeah.
terrible accent.
It's super funny. It's like freaking Lumiere. What's his face?
Oh,
Ewan
what's-
McGregor
yeah.
in Beauty and the Beast. It's atrocious.
So bad.
It's so bad.
I love it.
Oh no. But we also saw all of Disney Plus's Marvel shows positive production,
Yep.
which is important.
It's frustrating,
Yeah.
but I don't blame him.
Yes. But Frozen 2 came to Disney Plus
Like 3 weeks early, right?
3 months early.
That sounds more right.
Yeah.
I knew it was 3.
3 something.
There's
It's 3
a
months.
3 in there.
3 months early.
So hey, now you can watch it at home
Yay.
if you didn't watch it at theaters.
No, Rise of
That's me.
Skywalker has been made available for digital purchase a few days early.
Okay, but it's still not weeks. I don't know where the weeks came
Yeah.
from.
But yeah, I mean, that's a good way to stay home and enjoy your shows. Netflix, I know, like I feel Netflix, Hulu, any of those subscription bases are going to see an influx of activity
Yep.
going forward.
I mean, what else are you gonna frickin' do? You're locked in your house all day.
You're gonna play video games and have Steam break its concurrent record of players.
Yeah. That was by like over 1 million people.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a huge bump. They were like depressingly happy about this.
Dang.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, Peter Rabbit 2 was.
Yeah, I was
also
gonna
good.
say you can't forget the most important movie that got pushed
Peter
back. Peter
Rabbit
Rabbit 2,
2.
The Runaway.
Aw.
That one
Aw.
got pushed to August.
Ooh, that's
And
gonna
then-
be weird.
And then didn't which movie's slot did Trolls squeeze its way into?
It pushed up to August or April 2nd. So I think this week actually.
Oh, so Trolls
April
is
3rd.
still coming out.
So
As of now, yeah.
Okay,
It was supposed. It actually got pushed forward into Peter Rabbit's week
okay, because
before Peter Rabbit was canceled or delayed.
I was still hearing
Yeah,
ads
this
for
typo.
it saying it was coming up and coming out, and I was like, oh, this can't be accurate. Everything's getting
It's accurate. That's like the only new
Wait.
movie coming out anytime
Oh.
soon.
Yeah, but that's in like 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
see that's an odd choice, in my opinion, just because. So I know parents are like, oh, my kids have nothing to do because a lot of schools are closed, and
So let's go out in public.
Yeah, like I don't see parents trying to bring a lot of kids to watch this movie.
Okay.
But I also see why they might.
Okay, so
But-
also you got to bear in mind this choice was made like a week ago.
Yeah,
Fish?
this was
Oh,
during
okay.
spring, like when it would have been spring break.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think the logic behind it was like a big reason that say like James Bond was pushed back is that has a huge worldwide release. That's very big. It gets a lot of its money overseas, not just domestic, obviously. But like the first Trolls got a huge chunk of its profits from domestic box office. And so before this whole country lost its damn mind and shut down in the course of a week,
Yeah, it's been a
um,
crazy week.
it really fucking has. They probably thought that they would have been fine just releasing when only like the US was going to be able to get it, and then just
Mhm.
probably release
Delaying
it
the rest.
other places eventually. I don't know if it's still going to come out.
Yeah.
Like I would delay it if I were them.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of schools are going to be closed until mid-April. So, and if you were looking at like the amount of kids who were still showing up to school, there was a huge chunk that parents were keeping at home.
Mhm.
And even before this past week, a lot of after-school activities were being closed. So, I can't see a lot of parents wanting to take their kids to a kids movie.
Yeah. Well, in terms of other things being canceled,
Yes. Oh.
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 there've been a lot of conventions being canceled.
Yeah.
One that hits us pretty close to home here,
hmm
E3.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not wearing my E3 shirt.
We
no.
did a whole live stream ish.
Not,
What?
not a live stream, no.
Well, okay. We were recording as it was happening and you were talking about it as it was happening. That was
Oh,
an episode.
that.
Yeah, that was an episode.
Okay, no, I
Oh, okay.
I was thinking you were talking about like when he was
Oh, that episode. Hey, you know what? That episode, oddly, is now in our top 10 downloaded episodes. It's like weirdly just popped up.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Whatever. Sonic the Hedgehog is now our best performing podcast episode on YouTube. So
Yeah.
at least in terms of views, I don't think in terms of like actual like watch time.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
yeah,
gotta go fast.
gotta go fast.
Blue Devil's alive.
Yes, but E3 is not, and E3 will probably be never alive again. Be never alive. Never
Be alive
recover.
again. Probably not. Realistically speaking, E3 was dying,
Mhm.
and now it seems like it's dead. Coming back from this is going to be really, really hard. It was having a lot of stumbles and problems even before they decided to cancel the thing. But I mean, realistically speaking, it would have been unsafe to have this. You would have infected fucking every single person. I mean,
Yeah.
like, there's a reason that, like, you know, there's jokes like for like PAX, like PAX Pox and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like these conventions have a way of getting every single fucking person sick that goes there, because
So many people.
there's so many people in close proximity, especially with gaming conventions too.
Yep.
You have everybody touching the same controllers. You have people putting on VR headsets. You have all this crazy shit. People are packed into tight rooms and like screaming and yelling like, ah, like everyone's getting fucking sick. And it's just like, I'm not like freaking out about this epidemic or pandemic. It's just like, I mean, it's something you just have to adjust to, but like that realistically is a terrible idea. And so, yeah, it makes sense that was canceled. It makes sense that like all of these conventions are getting canceled. It just sucks and it sucks for us because, hey, we don't have those fun things to look forward to. It really sucks for like smaller developers because these are where they go, like going to GDC in particular, like going to E3. This is where they go. They have backroom deals with major publishers to get their games made. Like this is the most important thing for these people. Like these are industry shows that, invite the press in and now, the public in for like fun moments.
Yep.
But that's not what they're actually for. That's not what they were made for. And so there are a lot of like independent developers right now who are in some serious rough problems for like the next year. They've probably been working on these games really hard. They're probably expecting to be able to get paid for them at some point soon. And God only knows that that's going to happen. There is a lot going on because of this thing. I mean, obviously the economy is in a shitload of trouble. Like if we don't find some way to like kind of rebound from this quickly, like we're quickly heading towards a recession that could get worse. And so, yeah, it's not a fun place to be right now because of this goddamn disease that could kill like 2% of all people. And like, that's not an insignificant number, but like, I feel like the fear about this is still going to be the most dangerous thing about it. Mm-hmm. And I understand us trying to prevent it. And I understand like reports about like things about it that are unique and problematic. But like at the same time, like we are shutting down the planet because of this fucking disease. Mm-hmm. And we're doing a bunch of things now that we should have done earlier. We're doing a bunch of things now that like probably aren't going to be super effective at stopping it. But like, I don't know. Listening to some experts, like this could be our life for months. And I don't know how sustainable that is. And, big questions coming up. But at least I'll have plenty of time to play all those fucking video games that are coming out over the next couple months.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm not worried about...
power shuts off.
Yeah, unless your power shuts off.
I'm not worried about Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's already gone gold. It's just with certification now. If nothing else, that's definitely coming. Yeah, if my power shuts off. Dude, if power goes off, the world is doomed.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. The real question is how, when we all lose our jobs and like the government can't afford to pay everybody, how are we going to survive? Like, are they going to be suspending rent and mortgages? They might need to soon. Like, who fucking knows?
Yeah, I think Italy is.
Yes, Italy, until people go back to work. My cousins live in Italy, and that's been their reality for a while now.
Oh, yeah. I also forgot to mention. Hello, where'd it go?
Beep, I'm a chief.
Italy has had now the highest number of single deaths in a single day today, or that's today.
Well, that makes sense. Like
300.
It's not surprising, honestly, because, well, the more people get infected, the more people die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, Italy is in rough shape. It's basically practically martial law.
Yeah. Well, technically, aren't we in martial law because of the state of emergency?
That's not what, it's not technically martial law.
368 deaths.
Jesus.
In today, in a single day. And then the cases in the U.S. has crossed 3,000.
And again, that's just confirmed. That's just going to keep going up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because now there's more testing, so they're going to find that, people who you wouldn't have thought had it, they do have it. But what are our deaths at?
I think they're still in the double digits.
Yeah. It's like, last I saw, it was 48.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was yesterday.
I think we had our third death in New York not too long ago.
Yeah.
Because, so as of right now, the 3 states in the country that have the most infections are Washington, then New York, then California.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, not great. We're in that third state.
Yeah. I mean, we're such a big state. It's hard to imagine us not getting hit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's, just gotta be careful.
It's very less than ideal.
Yeah.
It's very less than ideal.
Some of our grocery stores are just running out of all the things.
Every goddamn thing there is.
It's like
there are 59 deaths.
59. Okay.
That's not ideal, but
it's not.
It could be much worse.
It could be. There's been other pandemics that are a little crazier. It's
Yeah.
just that this is just harder to detect, and it's pretty. I don't know. It's a new world, social media and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that hit Italy so hard is that they don't have as much media. There's a good portion of the people there who don't use computers and don't that live in really close quarters. Because I know, like my cousins, their news to this all comes from Facebook because they're
That's so
Filipino.
weird.
Yeah, because they're Filipino, and so they're on Facebook, and the social media in Italy is not quite like what it is here. It's not as fast. And people don't have access to as good of like Wi-Fi, and not everyone uses it there. There's a good portion of people in Italy who never touch electronics of any sort.
I can't fathom
So-
living in 2020 not dealing with electronics on a
Yeah.
regular basis.
No, but that's how some people live. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah, and like airports, good luck getting anywhere.
oh yeah,
Delayed everything.
But hey, you can, flights are cheap. You can get a
Yeah.
round trip flight to like Vegas from here right now for like $40.
Wouldn't it normally be like? Oh, you said round trip.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
No, normally that'd be like.
it's actually
60.
But
so.
it's cheaper than the gas.
There have been times where round trip to Vegas has
Has
been
been
in the 40s.
Very low. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think more
Spring break
international
season,
travel would be
though.
cheaper.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, you can go to Italy for $300,
Well,
guys.
not now.
Yeah, no,
No,
you
not
cannot.
now. Like
The
a-
borders are shut down.
like a week ago. Could have gone. Yeah.
All right. I mean, okay. In closing, I will,
What's
if
in-
you're interested
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
in, I had the list, just to keep up to date with every movie and TV show that is currently delayed.
As of right now,
That's
March 15th,
2020.
2020.
The Batman,
The Batman has been delayed for what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yep. Mission Impossible 7,
Okay.
Jurassic World Dominion, all the Disney Plus shows, Marvel ones.
That felt like they were going to be out way sooner.
Yeah, that's Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, WandaVision,
I feel bamboozled all over again.
As you should.
Billy Eichner's Romantic Comedy Bros, Ridley Scott's The Last Duel, Disney's live-action Little Mermaid, which was a thing, Fox's Home Alone reboot, Disney's Peter Pan and Wendy,
I didn't know that was a thing either,
Yep.
and I'm sad because I love Peter Pan.
Guillermo del Toro's
Well, you should just go watch
Nightmare
Wendy
Alley.
in theaters right now.
What's that?
Wendy is in theaters. It's a reimagining
that?
of
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
What?
Yeah. It's apparently not that good, but
I
Oh,
don't know.
okay.
I heard about it yesterday from a guest that asked to see it.
I heard about it when I walked by a poster and it was like Wendy and it looked like a bunch of like kids running on top of a train and it's like I'm like, oh, is that like a Peter Pan thing? And it was. I looked it up.
Guillermo del Toro's Nightmare Alley,
Oh.
Disney's Shrunk. That's I think the Honey I Shrunk the Kids
Yes.
remake or,
No,
or sequel.
Continuation.
It's a
Yeah, yeah.
continuation.
Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Seven Rings.
Chunkai. I don't.
Flint Strong.
Flint? What the fuck is that?
Flint Lockwood. I don't know.
Oh. I thought for a second, I thought you said Flintstones wrong.
No.
Flint Strong?
I don't know. The link just brought me to Jurassic World.
That's not where it was. It went all the way to the end, I think. I thought
No.
I saw it go somewhere else.
Oh, hold on. I have too many tabs open.
You do. I know.
Oh, it just sounded weird.
Nope, link's not working anymore. There we go.
Let me do my job, Kyle.
Nope, yeah, it opens Jurassic World Dominion.
Well, yeah, everyone knows that Jurassic World is known as. Oh no, it doesn't do. It links to that. That's so bad.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Flint Strong has been delayed too, guys. Oh no. Oh
you
no.
knew
Why
what
the
that
Last
was.
Man has been put down? Oh, that's
What?
There was an Elvis biopic.
Oh,
from Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah,
That's,
Baz Luhrmann.
that's not something to discredit. Oh no, Grey's Anatomy. What will we do?
oh
Grey's Anatomy.
no.
Fear the Walking Dead season 6
Okay.
was pushed or delayed production.
Yeah, halted production and then pre-production for Walking Dead, right?
Yep. Jeez. Amazon's Wheel of Time and
No.
Carnival Row season 2. Actually, Carnival Row was a good show.
And
Let's wait
I'm
for
actually
season
really
2.
excited for Wheel of Time, so it's really annoying. That
Yep. All Apple TV Plus shows. All Mythic Quest, Raven's Banquet. I forgot that's an Apple TV Plus show.
it is indeed.
FX's Y, The Last Man, Atlanta, Fargo, and Snowfall. Netflix, all its TV shows and movies, including Stranger Things season 4.
Yep.
It's a big one. NBC has suspended production on 35 scripted
suspended
or
accelerated
accelerated production on 35 scripted, unscripted, and syndicated shows. Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD, Law and Order SVU, all the Chicagos. Warner Brothers, Flash, that's CW, right? Yeah, Flash, Riverdale, Lucifer, Supernatural, Batwoman, Young Sheldon.
I forgot that show existed.
And an unspecified number of the studio's other 70 shows. Jesus Christ. 70 plus shows.
And they released a big old statement.
I'm not going to read that statement.
Man, Supernatural's last season
I
just
know.
doesn't want to come out.
Ugh.
Yep.
Hey, it gives me time to catch up.
Will you?
Yeah, I actually did plan on it. It's on Netflix. I can watch it.
Especially now.
Yeah.
And then CBS, Paramount TV, and Showtime have not given specific shows, but they're probably going to delay some too.
Yeah. Just expect everything to be delayed and nothing to be happy.
Yeah.
Except for, hey, it's YouTubers' time to shine. Their whole model is that they work from home.
Yeah. So
Just
the competition will never be fiercer.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, it's our moment. This is our moment.
This is YouTube's time.
So how do we become huge in a week?
Dear.
At least something. Oh, I was gonna say something really viral, but that doesn't feel appropriate.
Oh,
anymore.
no. Very coronaviral.
Viral
Oh,
video.
Crack a Corona with the boys.
With some Lyme disease.
Oh, no.
Lyme disease. Do you know why it's named Lyme disease?
No, why?
Because of the city where it was, where it originated from. Lyme.
I thought you were going to say the acidity.
Oh,
No.
is that true or are you making things up?
Am I?
I don't know, but I hope it's that.
I'm just dropping weird facts today.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching.
I'm like 90% sure that's true.
Let us know what your...
Leave it on an optimistic note, Chase.
What's optimistic?
Wow.
Jeez.
Holy crap. You just were like, nothing is good.
I mean, now you're just as bad as all the news stations.
Look, here's the deal. We're going to get through this as a
We'll be
society.
fine.
Well, maybe not as a society.
Yeah, not
But
as a
you're
society.
probably going to get through this.
Yeah.
The odds of you surviving, pretty high. Maybe you'll need to get put in the hospital. That won't be fun. Especially because, the country doesn't have enough hospital beds for all the people that are probably going to get sick.
Yeah.
But let's just keep in mind one simple thing. You'll probably live. Most of the people you care about will probably live. And we'll get through this, and then it'll be over, and we'll all look back and laugh.
The 2020 Black Plague.
Oh,
How
don't
hilarious
call it
was.
that.
This is not the Black Plague.
Yeah, but don't call it that.
I mean, it's
Don't
not.
jinx it.
It's just...
Kyle, you remember when you jinxed it by saying that there was going to be an outbreak of some sort a couple of episodes ago?
No, I didn't do this. I'm sorry.
Where's that Lyme?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lyme disease was Old Lyme, Connecticut.
Nice.
Nailed it.
It's so lame.
Nice.
Okay.
It's so Lyme.
It's so lame. All right. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a comment. Let us know. If you're on YouTube, leave a comment. Otherwise, just shout into your car stereo.
We have a Twitter. You can tweet us.
Yes, you can.
We do have a Twitter. Is it at
Zim
ZymMedia?
It is.
It is.
We'll use that probably.
We'll get notified if you tweet us. And let us know what you're the most upset about that has been delayed. Because mine was A Quiet Place too.
It really bothered him a lot.
It
Yeah.
bothered me a lot.
Bothered him more than I thought it would.
Me too.
You never know what you have until it's gone.
Fast and Furious 9
job?
has no bearing on me.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Man, Chasing the Furious, we were getting ready for
I
that.
know.
Just in, Chasing the Furious is also delayed due to coronavirus.
One day we'll make him watch these movies, I swear.
It's been a year in the making. It's going to be another year, guys.
We were really going to do it this time.
We were.
Like
The
you
TV
knew.
and the Blu-rays are right there.
The DVD Blu-rays of the entire saga. Does it have Hobbs and Shaw? Or?
No, it
No.
doesn't have 8 either.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was able to get the first 7 movies super cheap because then they
That's
had
right.
the 8 pack,
That's right.
which is
that's
way
right.
more expensive. And I'm like, I think it'll still be cheaper if I.
Buy it
Well,
separate.
now it
them
really
separately.
will be.
Yeah.
Now I just need Lord of the Rings on 4K. You hear that? I forget what studio made Lord of the Rings.
Don't do it, so I don't have to watch it.
New Line Cinema. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, New Line Cinema.
Don't.
Hear that, Peter Jackson?
You coward!
You coward! You can't.
I'm pretty sure he's terrified of putting it in
You probably
4K.
have to upscale some stuff because it wasn't shot in 4K. But
Exactly. There's some shit that will probably not look good.
I don't care.
Fun fact about Lord of the Rings to close out this episode.
Okay, sure.
So for all of the large scale war battles, basically what they did to simulate all of like the people is they built a simulation system that randomized and gave attributes to all of like the different orcs, say like in the Battle of Helm's Deep and stuff. So it's basically like the same kind of thing you would use as like a randomizer in a video game.
Yeah.
But yeah, they built them out so there to be like statistical difference between all of them, so they're all slightly unique, all slightly different, and they all had their own set AI and like characterization.
That's fucking crazy.
Because it was easier to do that than do it all by hand. And they just kind of like released them into the wild and ran the simulations like enough times until it looked really good. And it got how they wanted it to get.
That's dope.
No, fun fact. They built that just to make that fucking movie.
Innovation.
Invention.
Invocation.
Conjuration.
Evocation. Wait. Invocation, evocation, 2 different words, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I was right.
Nailed it. Thanks so much for watching / listening, everybody. My name is Kyle.
My name is Chase.
I'm Cheyenne. Bye.
I winked twice. 3 times.
What? Stop.
Please stop.
Stop it.
I'm sorry,
Don't
I'm
do
giving
it
people
again.
heart attacks.
Stop it. What? What the fuck is going on? We're leaving.
Bye.
Bye.